Hello, my name is Belinda, and for the past 30 months I have been on a medically supervised GLP-1 journey to improve my health and my well-being. I've also lost over 6 stone in that time, and today I want to share something that has been just as transformative as the weight loss itself. My mindset shift. It's been huge. At the start of my journey, I was fixated on the scales, believing that my success was absolutely defined by a number. But over time, I realised the real progress isn't just about losing weight, it's about gaining strength, confidence, and a healthier relationship with myself and with food. So as my journey continued, I started to notice something even more powerful than the weight loss, and that was the shift in my mindset. I suppose one of the most unexpected moments for me was realising I wasn't relying on food as a crutch anymore. And my God, I had relied on food so much for so many things. And I remembered this so clearly. I had a really stressful day, and normally my automatic response would be to reach out for food, something comforting, something to take the edge off. But that day I found myself standing in the middle of the kitchen, feeling the stress, and for the first time in my life, I wasn't reaching for something to eat. And in that moment, I found it very, very jarring, in fact, because I couldn't figure out what was going on. And it happened quite quickly into my journey as well, because for so many years, food had been my go-to for every single emotion, for stress, for sadness, for happiness. And I realised in that moment, something had changed. And I was feeling the emotion instead of numbing it with food, and that was massive. It was absolutely huge for me. I suppose another shift that happened quite early on as well was almost immediately actually was the disappearance of the food knives. This happened so quickly for me. I woke up one morning and I wasn't hungry. And for the past 31 months, I've woken up every single morning not being hungry. Previous to that, for 30 years of my life, I woke up every morning and my first thought was food. And my first thought was hunger. My first thought was, what can I eat that's not going to make me want to hate myself? What am I going to eat that's within sins, within calories, within points? So yeah, that might not sound like a big deal to some people, but for me, it was life-changing, because 30 years of that, every single day, without fail, hunger controlled so much of my life, so much of my mood, and so many of my decisions. And then just suddenly it was gone, and I cannot, for the life of me, explain how that works. I have researched it. I just don't know how this medication does that to your brain. And that's when I realised this journey wasn't just about losing weight, because it absolutely isn't. And it can't be just about losing weight. It's about gaining something far more valuable: peace, strength, and control over my life for the first time in my life. And I suppose that's when I started focusing on how I felt. I started focusing on my energy levels because they were improving. My confidence started growing as it would. And I felt stronger in my own body, And instead of chasing a number on the scale, I started to kind of, chasing something that actually mattered. Building muscle. Feeling good in my skin, creating a healthy, sustainable way of living that I can continue on doing myself with the help of my GLP-1 medication. Now, instead of measuring my success with a scale, I measure my progress on how my body moves, how I show up for myself every day, and how I've redefined my relationship with food, exercise, and self-worth. And it's all down to that medication. like it's so life-changing, you know. And if you're on this journey too, I want you to know that it's okay if your definition of success changes along the way, because the real transformation isn't just in your body, it's in your mind.